I'm in my old neighborhood. Look at this store right here. This store robs people. This shit be robbing people. That shit robs people with no gun. I used to eat over there at the La Cocina, but they changed the name. It's called the New Cocina. Light ass New York City. I used to eat over there at it's called the New Cocina, La Nueve Cocina. I go in there to get the mofongo. And the liquor store is owned by the Chinese people. Remember I told you the hood is like a bucket with a bunch of holes in it. But that store right there robs people. Right there. That store robs you without a gun, boy. That shit got the prices in that store is just crazy. It's unbelievable. One day I'm gonna go in there and show you. Like everything in that store is like 10 and 15 cents more than any other store I've ever been in. And the reason it's like that is because most people in this neighborhood go in there with food stamps. They go in there with food stamps, so they don't necessarily count their money. So they don't care. That shit be like price gouging and all that shit. That store is like robbery. Look at that, a corner store in the middle of the block. That store be like robbing people, man. And the people don't pay attention to shit. But I'm back here in Kingsbridge, and this is my old neighborhood. And I want to make a video today, like, cause I went to a block party yesterday. And the block party was called Mothers Against Gun Violence. So how did them, like black people just do dumb shit I just don't understand. I just don't get it. So why is it called Mothers Against Gun Violence? The mothers ain't the ones killing each other. It should have been called Black Men Against Gun Violence or Black People Against Gun Violence. But black people don't like to admit they're black. That's why we use words like minority, multicultural, urban, people of color, ethnicity. We use every other word you could think of except for the word black, because black people have been systematically taught to hate themselves, and they don't want to use that word black anymore. And that's what it is. And so it was called Mothers Against Gun Violence. And there was a politician there, and he did some corny ass little speech. And, hey man, what's up, man? How's it going, right? Excuse me. He did some corny ass little speech about him eating a hot dog, and then he left. And like I told you, man, the politicians are the main ones that throw black people under the bus. They are, man. And I told you, they use them same words I just described. Multicultural, ethnicity, urban, people of color, or minority. And like black people always fighting for our cases in courts and shit like that. Like fighting for equal rights under the name minority. But once we win what we're fighting for, then everybody else is thrown in the same pot. That's why gays are thrown in the same pot with black people. And gays try to say they fight the same as ours, and it's not. It's not. And this is why you have like shit like like Jews fight for Jewish rights, gays fight for gay rights, Latinos fight for Latino rights, but black people, we be fighting for civil rights. And once we win what once we get what we're trying to achieve, then everybody's thrown in the same pot with black people. And you know what you have? When you have a black cup of coffee, you have a strong cup of coffee. But once you dilute it, it's not strong anymore. And black people just don't get it. But like I was saying, you're not going to stop the gun violence in the hood because these kids don't have no after-school programs. They're sitting around and watching too much TV. They're sitting on their fucking cell phones all day. Like, you'll see guys hanging out and everybody's on their cell phone. What are we hanging out together for if you on your cell phone? Like, I used to have a friend, we walking down the street, and he walking down the street with his Walkman. I'm like, come on, man, turn that shit off while you chilling with me. I'm talking to you and you're not even listening to me. Every time I say something to him, I got to tap him on the shoulder so he can take the earphones out of his ear. We could get hit by a car or some shit like that. Somebody might start shooting and you might not hear because you got the headphones with the music blasted. But anyway, black people keep getting thrown under the bus by these politicians that use these words, like I told you, diversity, multicultural, minority, people of color, urban, and ethnicity. And it's all bullshit instead of just saying black. The block party should have been called Black Men Against Gun Violence because black men are the ones that are killing each other. But like I said, black men are not going to stop killing each other because they sit around and they watch too much TV. Like I said, you wouldn't allow a stranger to come talk to your children. So why do you sit your children in front of the TV, unsupervised? You don't know who that is on the television. And these children are being systematically geared towards self-hate. They're being conditioned to hate each other and take away the pain of killing somebody because shooting somebody, there's no emotions behind it in a sense that, like, stabbing somebody, when somebody gets stabbed, the police know it's usually like a crime of passion. But shooting somebody, there's no emotion behind it because there's only a second to pull a trigger. But What these children need is after school programs. They need to be taught their history. They need to be taught their history so they don't repeat it. They need to learn to love themselves. And you need more black-owned businesses in the black neighborhood. That's why it's not a community. It's like a hotel. You know, like I was just showing you, like all the stores, but this is predominantly Latino. But in black neighborhoods, black people don't own any of the businesses in the neighborhood. They don't own shit in the neighborhood. And you know, like 98% of black people in America work for white people. We go to school to work for white people, to build white people wealth. Some way, shape, form, or fashion, we all go to school to work for white people and make white people rich. And black people don't have it. Chinese people don't go to school to work for nobody. The Jews don't go to school to work for nobody. So why do you teach black people to go to school and work for white people? It's not racist. It's just common sense. And black people just don't get it. You need to start opening up your own businesses. Even like Diddy and all of them, they got their own record label. But they're a subsidiary of another record label, of a bigger record label. You know, you got to teach these children, and everybody wants to get rich quick, and you can't get rich quick. You cannot become what you have not prepared yourself to be. You cannot become what you have not prepared yourself to be. You can't be a basketball player if you don't prepare yourself. You can't be a boxer. You can't be a football player. You can't be a lawyer. You can't be a judge. You can't be a doctor. It all takes work. Work, 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 work. You got to teach these children, man. Ain't no more mom and pop stores and nothing like that. Everything is being taken over with chains, food chains and stuff like that. But the Asians don't teach their children to go to school and work for somebody. They teach their children to go to school and open up your own business. And that's what black people need to do. If we don't start opening up businesses, we're going to die. We're going to perish. You got to find out what you love to do and make a living off of it. All right, y'all, I'm out.